Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I want to do a few purchase shares. Let me do the first one here. Angela, the Traveling Crafter. Um, Sorry, I just got up, but I have opportunity to get a video done real quick. This is from her live sale. I will put her information in the description. I forget what days she does them, but she was doing vintage sewing patterns, which is my ultimate favorite. So I got some really cool things that I haven't seen in a really long time, so that was awesome that she was able to rescue a bunch of vintage sewing ephemera. So thank you. I will reuse that. These are probably going to be really delicate. I don't know how old this is, but it's when you would do like a mail off, order patterns through the mail. And it's called Pattorama, Pattorama. Really cool. Sorry, the sun is in my eyes. It's just coming around to my room, but it's going to be a beautiful day. And a lot of these back in the day, they weren't printed. So you were getting really cool pattern pieces, but they are, it's like dotted, almost like braille, the pieces. I have quite a few of these in my stash. I've collected over the years, but I'll just show you. This says facing. This is the facing, and it's done like with little dots, so all the pattern pieces will be like that. So these would be really cool for doing collage. So there's that. But I love the artwork on this. Isn't that beautiful? I would have loved to been back in the day designing outfits. So really cool. Alright, so there's that one. And then you get this really cool envelope as well. So there's that. And then this one here is another mail order pattern. Cool envelope. And then you can look up online. There is quite a few vintage sites that you can get dates on these. And they'll have pictures. They'll have the number. So it's really cool. I like the color. Very cool. Don't think they have the date on here. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they have them on the pattern, but I usually look them up. Or you could tell by the envelope, but it is covered where it was stamped. And this one, the pattern pieces are printed. So there's that. I'm not going to take them all out. I'll have to struggle to get them back. So there's that one. This one is a Aunt Martha's iron-on transfers. And it's a crib quilt. Now, back in the day, it was only 15 cents for needlework, textile, painting, and other art crafts. So the envelope is in really great condition. And it's got a little envelope here. This was probably, I'm not sure, this looks vintage. Don't see a date. There's some pieces here. I've gotten some vintage ones before, and they do still work, but they're fun just to use as pages or to use for collage. But I love the artwork on the pattern. That would make a beautiful journal cover. Here's another cool piece that could be used in a journal. Don't see a date. Sometimes you get lucky. And then there are transfers here. A lot of them were in darker colors like red or blue, but look how cool is that. So cool. I'm going to have to hurry up because the sun's coming around pretty quickly. And it's the mirrored image so that when you put it down, it'll be proper printed. So that's cool. I'm going to have to speed it up here. This may have a date here because it has some writing. No, but I love it. It's so cool. Every little bit of this could be used. Alright, so there's that one. Okay, this one here is Woolworth, and it is a fall little small magazine where you could order items. So that's really cool for needlework. It's got advertising here for JP and Coates or Clark's. I don't see a date, but it's really cool. Oh, 1952. I'll be alright. Fall 1952. So that's really cool that that is still hanging around. Here's another one. Vogart, Spring 1955. Embroidery color charts. Very cool. I'll just flip through these real quickly. So there's a lot of pages to be used here. You can make a whole journal out of this. Very cool. I love all these. So there's that one. And then we have a simplicity pattern. Back in the day it was only 25 cents. And these are embroidery transfers. Okay. Sometimes the date is over here. Simplicity. No. You can look it up. Just type in simplicity and border transfer and the number, and you might get lucky for date. I don't know if I'm going to take everything out, but let's see here. Oh yeah, see, these are in blue. They were in like blue, red, darker colors. Isn't she cute? So I'm not going to take all that out. So that's beautiful. And then this one here is another Bogart. And this is Roses and Rosebuds for Many Colorful Uses, transfer pattern. And if we get lucky, there's a date here. No. Sometimes it's up on this top piece too, on the older patterns. There's some smalls in there. Very cute. There's a test piece. This is a little bit darker blue. How pretty are those? So I'm sure those still work. I'll have to test them. And this is a bigger piece here, so for safekeeping, I am going to tuck these in here so I can get it back in the envelope. Great find, Angela. I'm glad you were able to rescue these from where you found them. Here's another one, Bogart. These are florals. Very pretty. It gives you directions here. Cutout design to be stamped, leaving border around printing. Place material to be stamped on ironing board or padding surface. It says pin design to stamped with printed rough side on material, transfer pattern with one quick stroke of a medium hot iron. And it would be no steam. For sure. It doesn't say that, but. So these are like floral. So I'm not going to pull it all out. Okay, there's that. And then this one here, I love this right here. That style. Flip, tie, neutral, designed by McCall's. And let's see if we're lucky with a date. It's a pretty sturdy envelope too. Now you can iron these with your iron. You can use steam on the pattern pieces, but do just the vintage ones, just be gentle if you want them to be smooth, or you know, if you're going to use them, you can totally iron them. So there's quite a bit of pattern pieces in here. Sometimes they have a date on here. This is the instructions on how to put the dress together. These are all 13 pattern pieces. These are all the pattern pieces, and it gives you options of how big your fabric is, inches, and how you would lay your pattern pieces out. So it gives you different options. If you're 35-inch fabric, 45, it shows how to lay everything out, how to pin it. And then I'm still looking for the date. Let's see a date. I'm going to flip it over, and then it begins with how to, I love this, see, and I haven't made outfits in a while, clothing, but it shows you where to start, do your stay stitch your neck, and then it shows you how to do the darts for the front part of the dress. So yeah, you just follow, read, follow. It gives you pictures. And what's great now with the internet, if you're not sure on something, you can look it up online, how to do a collar or whatever. But this is really cool. All right, I love that. So a stroll down memory lane there. I used to make all my own clothing when I was in middle school to high school. So that's really cool. So that's from Angela, the Traveling Crafter. So be on the lookout for her live sales. She's usually accompanied by Carol, Crinkled Path, and Sandy Wilhelmina. So there you go. Thank you, Angela. I love everything. My next share is I got Happy Mail stickers from this person. I can't see because the sun's in my eye, but Labelin, Labelin on Etsy. And I had ordered, I'm trying to find my other stickers here. Here they are. These here because I got a package from Carol, a Happy Mail, Carol Crinkled Path, and she had a Happy Mail sticker. So I ordered these, and then I wanted a variation, and this is from Labelin as well. So I went on her site and I got these. I just got these in the mail. I think I've used a couple, but they're just so I have a variety. It says Happy Mail and there's a little envelope. You can get that little heart colored in. She has so many different options, so I'll put her information in the description as well. So now I have a couple options of Happy Mail stickers. Because as you know, I send samples in my Etsy orders, and I do put Happy Mail on them now so people know, like, this is a gift. My next share is this is a bunch of dies I'm working on getting put away. These are from, excuse me, Tina at Crafty Bean. Now Tina does live sale or Destash sale Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and she ships everything out on Thursday. So tonight, I believe today is Wednesday. Yeah, today's Wednesday. So go to her channel. She might have some stuff left over from last night, and then she'll be doing another round of Destash tonight, so you can get some really good deals. She buys like full-on craft room lots. So, and then she shares them with us. So that's Tina Crafty Bean. It's at Bean to Sarah, but I'll put her information in the description. And these are dies I'm going through to put away. This is an example of how I finish them up. I get these envelopes from scrapbook.com. You can get them in different sizes. This is the large size. There's an extra large size and there's a small. This large size is my favorite size because it fits in these binders. I get these binders at Hobby Lobby. I believe they're only like $8. I have all my dies in these binders and my stamps, and they're by category. So these are all the ones that need to be processed that I got from her, and I haven't been able to put them away yet. But what I do now, see, I have Crafty Bean on there to know that's where I got it from. I've used this die set so many times, and I like to keep the packaging so I know where it came from in case someone asks me the number. And then a lot of times if I use it a lot, I'll write down the sizes, so if I'm using it I can just refer back to this and just cut it out really quickly. I know what size piece of scrap I need to use it. And if I get really ambitious, I'll do samples and put them on the back so then I know what they look like. But I use this one a lot. But so that one is from Crafty Bean. I have a huge assortment of dies from Tina at Crafty Bean. So these are new ones that I haven't been able to process yet. I did die cut this one out because I was curious of how it would look. So see, instead of Crafty Bean typing it out, I've been just putting CB, and I have a whole strip of from my label maker, all CB, so I'll put that on there when I see CB. That was from Crafty Bean, but this one's really cool. I haven't been able to play with it yet, but I was dying to see how it would cut out, so I just did the back one in the brown, and then this next one in the cream and glued it on top, and the next one in the brown, so I could see, so I could look at this and see exactly how it's going to look if it's something that I want to use. I can flip through these binders and kind of see. So this is another one here. I have a lot of Christmas ones. This one's really cool. I don't think I cut this one out yet. No. This is like a little mouse, a 3D mouse that you put together, but I thought it would look really cool on a page. So, but I did get it on poster board. I put my magnet sheets on poster board. I get my magnet sheets at Lowe's. I heard that you could get them on Amazon, but I pick them up at Lowe's, and I just double stick tape the magnet sheet to poster board, and that gives it the stability I'm looking for. So there's that. So there's that one. So I have quite a few that need to that'll go in my Christmas. I did die cut that one out just to see what it would look like. Here's another snowman. This is a on the edge, page on the edge. So I've got quite a few to go through. There's another doily one. There's a lace border one. Those are my favorites. Some more Christmas. My Christmas has doubled in size as far as dies that I've gotten from Tina. I love Christmas trees. These are really cool. So, so there's that. I don't know if I cut that bird out or not. Yeah, I did. Really cool. So see, that's how I would do a sample and put on the back so I could see exactly the size and what it'll look like. So these look like they're almost ready to be put away. All right, that's my share for today. And I hope you all have a great day. Take good care, and thank you, Tina, for all the dies and stamps I've gotten from you. Labelin, I will put her information, and as always, Angela, for your amazing items that you have at your live sale. So take good care. Bye.